Hey up, me oats. It is a King Rowie here, the king of craft beer, the king of beer reviews, and the king of beer reviewers. It's actually a lot later doing this video than I was planning on doing. I was originally planning on doing this video yesterday, but I went to the pub with my housemate and I got pretty ratast. So I was in bed by about 9:30 p.m. With a slice of Donna meat pizza on my face. So that was very, very nice indeed. There's probably no point me doing this video, like a live video at 10:30 at night, is there? Because when I do it at midday, I'm lucky if I get like 12 people watching. So doing it at this time of night is, a fool's errand, to be fair. But I want to sit down and drink 4 beers, and so I'm gonna I can justify doing it this way. And so we're drinking the Neon Raptor entire 2025 Luggage series. It's only 4 beers. It's not like it's like 25 beers or something like that. That would be flipping epic if I could do that. But yeah, so we've got Hand Luggage, we have got Naughty Luggage, which was Neon Raptor's first ever New England IPA. Then we've got Very Naughty Luggage, which is the double IPA, and then we've finally got the extra luggage, double X luggage, which is the triple IPA. So yeah, I imagine I will be pretty shithoused by the end of this video. So yeah, we're live, and they say anything can happen, don't they? They say anything can happen because we're live, but that's not true, is it? Because there's loads of things that almost certainly won't happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, I'm not going to like stand up and just start like jerking off into the camera. I'm not going to do that. So so instantly we know that anything can't happen because that's not going to happen because it would severely impact any chance of monetization that I would ever have. At best, do you know what I mean? Like at best, it would be demonetization for life. At worst, it would probably be prison. So yeah. So when people say anything can happen, that's a load of bollocks, isn't it? Because that's just one thing. Do you know what I mean? I can probably list 100 things that isn't going to happen, but that is definitely up there. So we're going to start off with Hand Luggage. This is their session IPA at 4%. We'll read the copy on this. Although this session IPA is less naughty than its bigger siblings, it's just as tropical and juicy. Hand Luggage will high five dinosaurs. So yeah, it's all of them are hopped with a Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. A triumvirate of awesome hops there. And I have got a selection of Neon Raptor. I thought I had 4 Neon Raptor glasses, but I've actually only got 3. So I'm going to drink Hand Luggage and Naughty Luggage out of this one, and then I will drink the other 2 out of other glasses. So when people say anything can happen, that's what they mean. Do you know what I mean? It's like they'll drink some beer out of a different glass every time. But yeah, so we're going to open this one up. This is the one that I'm not going to lie, I'm least excited about because it's a pale ale, and I don't really give a shit about pale ales. Well, no, it's not pale ale. It's a session IPA, which is just a wanky way of saying a pale ale. So it's got lovely color on it. So I've got my Neon Raptor hoodie on. I swung by the tap room earlier on. It wasn't open. I was just going past this morning, and Tom and the guys were in there, so I went in to say hello. Bloody lovely color. Do you know what I mean? 4%. Drink this all day, couldn't you? You could drink it all day. But who wants to be out all day? I can't think of anything worse. Sort of like go out like 2 hours maximum. Anything other than that, man, people piss me off. So yeah, it looks bloody lovely. I'll tell you, I can smell it from here, even despite its low ABV. New England style, obviously. Smell that, the citrus coming through, the mosaics coming through, and the Simcoe's coming through. But I don't know if you're going to believe me saying that, because how much luggage is too much luggage? Bloody good evening to everybody there as well. So I hope everyone's doing okay. Good evening to the pair of you. Yeah, so let's have this. I've got to be at work for a menu cook-off at like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Drinking like a 6.8 followed by an 8 followed by a 10% is not the best idea I've ever had. But it's my first beer of the day. We'll start off with this one. And, let me know in the comments if you are drinking and what it is you are drinking yourselves. It's very nice indeed. And I'm not just saying that because like I'm friends with the guys from Neon. I'm saying that because I truly, truly mean it. I think this was released for the first time last year. Some people don't know that. Oh, hey, that 11 a.m. start. Sorry. For context, it is my day off, right? So it is my day off. So it's not like I'm moaning about an 11 a.m. start. Like I know that that's like a blessed time to start work, but it is my day off. So there is that. Good in a beer, man. Smash through 3 beetroot beers. What? Beetroot. Fairness, I've been making. I actually made some beetroot stuff at work today. Some, one of the new dishes is a lovely little beetroot dish there. So beetroot. Pardon me. But yeah, I'll tell you what. This is a lot more flavourful than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually lucky that I've been invited to Josh from Neon. I'm going to his house on Saturday for his birthday barbecue. And he has said that he's going to have a load of this there. I assume he's probably going to have he might not have his Linda's actually, because it's what is it? It's the Big Swally in Scotland, which is an absolutely in Dunfermline. I think the Big Swally is, yeah, Dunfermline, and that is an absolute belter of a beer festival. I've harped on about that one before, but yeah. So Tom's going to be there. So yeah, going to be drinking quite a bit of the naughty luggage and hand luggage on Saturday. Your boy's going to be grilling up some wings there, because wings are my life. They are like my favorite thing to eat, which I think I have covered before. Like the number of people who seem to hate chicken wings, it's absolutely ludicrous. Like, oh yeah, and I'm booking tickets to go to Derby Wing Fest as well. So on the Sunday. So a bunch of you, I was starting a podcast last year, and we were too finicky about editing it. So we'd record it, and then it would be like a month later. So all of the references, it was all about hospitality. And it was with my mate Christian, and we were called Big Mac and the Whopper. And so yeah, Big Mac and the Whopper are going to Derby Wingfest on the 18th of May. So if you are around, swing over and speak to the big lad and Christian. But yeah, so 8:30 starts. That means up for 6:30. Man alive. I normally wake up at about 6:30, like really dehydrated, sort of like screaming, like scream myself awake from the night terrors. So yeah, that's always that's why that's why I'm drinking 4 beers now before bed. Good lad. Well, just Disco beer review. You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man to be off tomorrow. I mean, I'm literally off tomorrow, and I'm just going in to help send out some new dishes at work. So that should be quite fun. So I don't really need to be on my my A game. I don't. Actually, to be fair, like most days, I'm not on my A game at work. They're lucky if they get like a D plus player. Do you know what I mean? That's they're lucky if they get that. But none of them are watching this. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I tell you what, hand luggage, 4%er, that absolutely slaps. Cannot take fair play. It has got bags of flavour. That's normally my thing with low ABV beers. First of all, they don't get you pissed, and secondly, they just boring, and they're just sort of like just water. But that is actually very hoppy, very very nice. Neon have actually released an alcohol-free beer, which Josh will have his on Saturday. So I might do a little live short. That's what they call, don't they? I might do like a live short of me chugging one of them. I should probably take a nice imperial stout there as well to share with some of the drinky boys. There's going to be a lot of the old Neon crew there, so that's going to be the glory days. Oh God, yeah. You can prove anything with facts, can't you? Just Disco beer review. Yeah, it is. It is mostly water. I'm good at making myself look stupid on this channel. I don't need your help, but yeah, you are categorically right on that one. It is, yeah. Oh well, that was bloody lovely. That's finished. I tell you what, I had a tea cake the other day for the first time, and I had two left over, and I had one earlier on. It was bloody lovely. See, there we go. Mersey Beers hates me on Facebook, but can seemingly put up with me on YouTube. So I'm fine with that. I'll take that. Yeah, the fact that I quite liked a tea cake. So because the fact that I quite liked a tea cake, despite it having raisins and currants in, two of the shittest things of all time, um, means I might be changing. Yeah. So yeah, that was lovely. I have got a can of naughty luggage here now. These were all bought from the tap room, by the way. I would hasten to add, I dropped this at work, moving it from the fridge to my bag. The guys at Neon would never in a million years let a can like that be sold. So this was me who. I know you don't hate me, mate, and I love you too. Which is basically what you said. Is you're basically saying you love me. But yeah, they would never allow that. I dropped it. So yeah, you'd never normally get a dinger like that from Neon. So this is Naughty Luggage. This was their first ever New England IPA. I think it came out 8 years ago this month. Again, Citra Simcoe Mosaic. I am going to keep on forgetting that. I should have written it down on my laptop. But yes, we'll read the copy on this. This is a 6.8% version. The original, the OG, the top shagger. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's what this one is. And so, Naughty Luggage is a juicy and hazy New England IPA packed with fruity hops bursting with tropical flavor. This beer is brewed to cross borders, travel through time, and confuse dinosaurs. So I don't know how that happened, but I'm very happy it did, and it was pretty cool. But they are uncomfortable that way, so we'll just arrange that again properly. So we've got here. I got the 30-minute notices, 4 cents. That'd be right. Yes, yes. So yeah, we'll get this open. This might explode, so I'm going to. Although to be fair, when I dropped it, it was like 2 days ago. So yeah, again, we're going to use the same glass for this one. I have had the triple IPA. I had that on keg on Saturday. I think it was. Was I down there Saturday? Was I off Saturday? No, I was working Saturday. It might have been Friday. Or I'm just listing days now. I've had it on keg. Is basically what I'm saying, and it was very very nice indeed. And yeah, so this is the classic. I have had this. I've probably had more naughty luggage than any other sort of like craft beer in the UK. You know what I mean? Because obviously I worked for Neon for like 4 years, so I drank a lot of it. Yeah. Triples X. I saw about that earlier on today. I am definitely going to be getting a can of that. I might do that. Might be my next sort of big live video. I might do a Chubbles and a Chubbles Enhanced and a Chubbles X back to back. But I will inevitably die if I do that. So I am not going to. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's all good. I love you too, bro. It's all good. All good. Didn't even think you did. I didn't even think you did hate me. Fuck me, man alive. That's news to me. But that's news to me. But yeah, so we have got the classic. Yeah, I've probably drank more of this. The beer that I've probably drank the most of is it like it was a vocation one, not love and hate, but they did another one. It was fucking banging, and then they changed the artwork and it was shit. Heart and Soul, maybe, but it was like a New England IPA. That was lovely. That's the beer I've probably drank more of than anything. But Naughty Luggage, of all the sort of like respected, legitimate sort of beers, is probably the one that I've drank the most of. I have drank so many underfills of this, and I've had so many like staff after work pints of this over the years. It is like this always goes down an absolute treat. I did. You are right there, Adam. I did see on. I think you commented on that, didn't you? On the post and put a picture of like a, a, a quipper they did a few years back. So yeah, I definitely saw someone comment on that, and I did think it was you. So apologize if it wasn't you, but I thought it was. So yeah. Oh, again, This is absolutely banging. It's the same. So obviously, they've all got the same sort of hot bill, but this is just so much more. It's just so much juicier. Do you know what I mean? Like it's everything that was great about the first one, but enhanced. That's I assume that's going to be a theme because obviously double IPAs are my favorite style. That's where beer lives for me is the double IPA, and then the triple IPA. I'll be pretty pissed by the time we get to that one. But yeah, absolutely belting. I actually had a. I don't really like slagging off breweries that I like, but in November, me and Kev from Jewel were at Cloudwater, and they had a triple IPA on draft, and it was fucking vile. Like, as in, we couldn't even. It was so bad. Like, because normally if a beer's really bad, you just chug it. Do you know what I mean? You just get it chugged, you drip. Do you know what I mean? But it was so bad we couldn't even chug it. It was just a malty mess. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, it tasted like it had like been oxidized, but like and chatting. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking rotten. Like, but then we had just been drinking in track, for about 2 hours. So drinking gold top dippers, and then it's not really. I remember once my mate Jamie, me and Jamie were in Manchester for my I think it's for my 40th birthday, and we were at Northern Monk, Manchester, and Jamie really wanted to go to Cloudwater, and I really wanted to go to track. And despite it being my birthday, if you've never met Jamie, obviously we had to do what he wanted to do. So he books this taxi, and we pull in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, let's go to Cloudwater then." I was like, "I'd like to go to track, mate," and he's like, "Oh, Cloudwater's closer," and I was like, "But by how much? What are we basing that on?" For those who don't know, track and Cloudwater are like across the road from each other. Like we're talking meters apart from each other. And I was like, it really depends. Which one's going to be closer depends on where the car stops. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, if the car like just we could. Oh, it was insane. It really pissed me off. Well, to be fair, that was quite a good night, and I did. I still enjoyed the Cloudwater beers that I had there. I've only ever actually had bad Cloudwater beer once, and that was the awful triple IPA that I had on my 42nd. It was you. Who are they? They can get in the sea. Not a Cloudwater since Purple Bobbins. Who's this guy? What's Purple Bobbins? Not that. It sounds like something I have after too many desserts. That was me. Go ahead. Yeah, I've seen a few people say that about Cloudwater. I'm not going to say it because there's enough people out there who already are, and yeah, it's sort of like I think quite a lot of people have been laid off as well. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just sort of like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't, yeah, I'm just not. I'm not going to. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. To be fair, that's yeah. I am. You are. I'm neither agreeing or disagreeing. We'll go with that. We'll just go. I'm neither agreeing or disagreeing with that one, but I'm totally agreeing with it. I did have a few. Is I don't know him, but I was sat at a table in Junkyard in Nottingham right after lockdown with Matt from Brew Cavern and a few other people with Paul Jones, and had a few beers with him, and he was phenomenally friendly. He was really, really nice. So yeah, I don't know him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was the people I was with knew him, but he was really, really friendly. And if I wasn't already going out bowling that night, Game of Kings, do you know what I mean? Like, if I wasn't already going out bowling that night, I probably would have stayed for a few more hours and chatted with him. So, but yeah, I do like Cloudwater. I've got a Cloudwater bar. I'm thinking like for Christmas this year because I did the 20 Fat Rowies advent calendar. I think I've got enough barley wines to do a barley wine Christmas, to have like a barley wine every day in December. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to it. Sort of like, as much as I love barley wines, I think that will kill me. There are, yeah, and I've got like I think it's called Well Rested. It's a cloudwater barley wine, so I will. That one will definitely be part of the stash. Uh, yeah, experience for this beetroot brownie imperial. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Beetroot is a great vegetable. Is it? It's not a fruit, is it? I don't know. I'm sure someone will tell me if it is. But yeah, I do. I love beetroot. A lovely beetroot pie with loads of cheese and potato in it. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have a steak and kidney pie. Don't get me wrong, but like a beetroot pie is great. And never worry about waffling away. Feel free to waffle as much as you want. But see, the best bowling film, Kingpin or The Big Lebowski. Now, I haven't seen Kingpin, but I believe it's got. Is it a Bill Murray film or it's got Bill Murray in? But I might be wrong. I haven't seen it, but I've seen The Big Lebowski maybe 25 or 30 times, and I can categorically say it's the biggest piece of shit I have ever seen. I watch it because everyone I know fucking sucks its dick so much. They love it. Do you know what I mean? They absolutely love that film, but it's fucking terrible. I hate it, and I've watched it and I've tried to like it, but it is absolutely dog shit. It's the worst film I've ever seen. I hate the dude. I can't stand the dude. And the best part is, whenever you say like that it's shit. Sorry, my chair's gone down a bit. Whenever you say it's shit, oh shit, sorry. Some absolute arsehole who loves the film, they always say something like, "Yeah, but that's just your opinion, man." Like it's fucking clever. Fuck. Oh, I hate The Big Lebowski. So even though I haven't seen Kingpin, I like it more than The Big Lebowski. But yeah, yeah, all right, Michael. To be fair, I didn't know I was going. Well, I knew I was going to go live, but I didn't know what time I was going to be, so I wasn't able to do the little alert. I just kind of thought I'll just come on, do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, thank you very much for joining, mate. It's always a super appreciated. But yeah, I tell you another film I used to love, and I watch it every year. I watch it every single year, and every year I'm not. I used to love, but I don't think it's as good now. But it keeps on getting worse every time I watch it, and that is Scrooged. While we're talking about Bill Murray, like Scrooged, like I don't think I'd ever go as far as to say it's a bad film, but every year I think I like it a little bit less, and I only watch it like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Do you know what I mean? Lucy Bloom. Well, to be fair, mate, I've been. I was about to say I've been disappointing you for like 12, 13 years, but that would imply something about our friendship that isn't true, is it? Do you know what I mean? So it's just sort of like. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, Lucy. It is very nice, and yeah, a bit of an insight into my life here. Lucy actually sent me a Spotify link to a Taylor Swift playlist she made me the other day, and I have listened to it, and it was great. So yeah, I would never go as far as to say that I'm a Swiftie, but I will go as far as to say she makes some very very catchy pop music. So I appreciate a good pop track. I love a. Oh, Scrooge is terrifying. Like, yeah, I completely agree that the sort of ghost of Christmas yet to come, that the sort of death with a TV face is fucking terrifying. And when he pulls his body apart, it's got like demons coming out of him. Yeah, that film's terrifying. And then what's the guy with what's his fucking name? Oh, the sort of the guy who gets fired, the really nice guy who gets fired, and his day just keeps on progressively getting worse. And then he's going around with a shoot gun. Is that Bobcat Goldthwait or something like that? Is that his name? But yeah, the Marley Ghost is great as well. The golf ball, yeah, definitely. But yeah, every year the part that does me as well is just like it's this like 5 minute part. Honestly, it's like 5 minutes where he's speaking to I don't know, the Indiana Jones chick. Do you know what I mean? He's chatting to her for the first time in like 10 years. and someone's hammering in the background, and about 10 or 15 times he's like, "Can you stop hammering?" And I was like, God, it's so lame. Like, it's like I hate it when things like that, like, which is weird because I love Stuart Lee, but in that point of repetition in that film, it just goes on and isn't funny, and there's no payoff at the end. But at the same time, when right after he's told the guy to staple the antlers to the mouse's head, and he says, "I'm not doing that, lumpy." It was just brilliant. That was a perfectly delivered line, to be fair. But yeah, Big Lebowski, shite. Kingpin, better than it, despite me never seeing it. Scrooged, worse with every watching, but I will probably watch it every Christmas until the day that I die. Which, at the rate I'm going, is probably like 6 years max. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not much longer left for old Rowie, baby. What was my favorite? I'm not going to lie, Lucy. I can't remember the names of them, but it's probably still is. Is it Shake It Off? It still is Shake It Off. But I think it was probably the first one on the playlist. I'm not going to get my phone, but it was probably the first one on the playlist. I can't remember the names of them. I'm sorry, but they were all very fun. They were very nice indeed. So yeah, that's that in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that I Cruel Summer. Yeah, there was definitely one called Cruel Summer, which I assumed was going to be a cover of that other song called "It's a Cruel Summer." I thought it was going to be a cover of that, but it wasn't. Yeah, but I very much enjoyed that. Bad Santa, 10 out of 10 film. 10 out of 10 film. It gets funnier with every single watch. It is incredible. It's just the interaction between the kid and him, just when he's fighting the midget in the ring, and like just the number of people who get punched in the dick. Bad Santa, hands down, one of the best films I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, Taylor Swift's badass. Have you seen The Never Known Fog Like It? Yes, I think I've put that on the chat. I think I've put that on the channel, haven't I? I might not have done. I might have just had it on draft at Junkyard. Rivington are just banging. I don't, for some reason, you never seem to get them anyway. They get them occasionally at Junkyard, but lately it's just been like the pale ales and the sort of like really sessionable stuff, lame. But I love Rivington, and I love Beak. Beak are an absolute belter of a brewery as well. I think two of my two beers of the year last year were a triple IPA from Beak. I think it was like, well, the number two was, I think it was like Beak, Rivington, and Track. I think it was my best beer I had last year. Yeah, but the first one, it was a Beak triple IPA. I can't remember who it was a collaboration with. I want to say maybe Tripping Animals, but I don't know. I might just have pulled that out of my arse. But yeah, I tell you what, it's an age thing. Mickey T. West Coast is starting to grow on me. I don't know. I'm not happy about it either. They all taste the same, beeswax and fucking grapefruit. That's it. That's all they taste of. But maybe it's because I'm older and getting bitter and shit. Maybe I've sort of like started liking West Coast. I didn't have that on my 2025 bingo card. Is it 2025? I don't know what year it is. We'll go with 2025. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's 2025. Well, there we go. That is naughty luggage boxed off. Hand luggage boxed off. Now we're going for very naughty luggage. For me, the crown jewel of the luggage series up until this year, obviously, when the triple IPA version came out. So let's get that out of the old fridge. No, bollocks. Well, Very's there, so that's fine. I don't know where the triple IPA is. Oh, I've got one. I have several. Right. Just argue amongst yourselves for the minute while I just sort of. There's one. There we go. So that's good. Oh, there we go. So seamless. Do you know what I mean? Sort of you wouldn't see that level of shoddiness, say on Raggy, would you? He wouldn't have allowed something like that to happen. But I've got we're going to finish on my favorite Neon Raptor glass, but in an ideal world, this one would be my favorite Neon Raptor glass. This is the 8-bit pint glass. You've got measures for thirds, halves, 2/3, and obviously it's a pint. That's got the tap room on it. It's got like dinosaurs. It's got a little sort of 8-bit Mario theme going on there. My only sort of gripe with it is, as banging as it is, and it's a great glass. It's a pint glass, but the beers are 440, so it always looks like you always just get to about there, and it's like, oh, if that could have just been like my favorite. I'll just show you what my favorite is. Do you know what I mean? Is this one? Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't hold a pint, but it holds a 440 ml can perfectly. Do you know what I mean? It's a 440 ml glass. That is absolutely banging. But hey, that is a small criticism in the grand scheme of things. So we have got very naughty luggage. There's some bashing through these, isn't it? I suppose I've only had two. It's not like I've finished this one, is it? Very naughty luggage, double IPA, 8.2%. Let's read the copy on this one. Brewed with even more Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic than our flagship tropical New England IPA. This is naughty luggage, but bigger, juicier, and naughtier. This beer will slay dinosaurs. They're really going with that dinosaur theme there, as you would expect with them being called Neon Raptor. Yeah. Although I might post a picture on, but they were. I will get my phone for this. It's not really a big secret, and I don't think they really mind. But they were originally going to be called Neon Tiger, right? And the artwork for the logo it needs to be seen, basically. So I'll show you the original artwork. That they do show it around, so it's not like I'm not unleashing a secret here. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So for those who love Neon Raptor, who were unaware of this, but like I said, they will talk about it. But this is the original logo when it was going to be called Neon Tiger Brewing Co. And prepare yourself for it because it is brilliant. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm shocked they didn't go with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, do you know what I mean? Hey guys, it's me, the Neon Tiger. How's it going? So little Clash of Clan updates there as well, because your boy still plays Clash of Clans. It was a very important part of my life for 10 years, and your boy still does it. So I honestly think like Neon would probably be even bigger if they were called Neon Tiger and they had that pretty cool sort of tiger guy just being around, just like, although it is a bit sort of Heil, isn't it? Sort of like you don't want that, but yeah, Neon Tiger. So yeah, we've got very naughty luggage from Neon Tiger, and oh, it's weird. I've not had any of the Mano ones, but people, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about Azvex. I've never had a bad beer from Azvex. I've not had any of the Mana things because I think they tend to contain a lot of banana, don't they? And I don't like bananas at all. But yeah, I've never heard anyone say they don't like an Azvex beer. Even I had that Cacao Demon. I had that as part of my December box, I think, and I was underwhelmed by it, but I still thought it was good. But yeah, I've never heard. That's quite weird. It's quite shocking. I've never heard anyone say they don't like an Azvex beer before. But more power to you. Do you know what I mean? We're all different. Do you know what I mean? We're all different. We all we all like and dislike different things. I can't stand. Well, there's loads of beer. There's a lot. I dislike more beers than I like. To be fair, this is the best. This is the most interactive conversation we've ever had here. So I'm loving this. Do you know what I mean? This is great. Where were we? Wasn't it next month? The Casper to the Beartown collab. It's Raptors, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my, that's a good one. But haven't Beartown recently been bought out or something? Like, I'm pretty sure Beartown did something. But yeah, Raptors, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my, that is a great name. To be fair. Don't quote me on that. It might be a different brewery. To be fair, it's late at night, and it was just something I read. We can well, let's have a gander. I remember chatting to some mates about it in one of my wanky Beartown. There we go. Let's see. February it would have been. No, okay, no, I can't really see it. No, so I might be thinking somewhere else. So apologies for that. So is a billion to one chance anyone from Beartown is watching. But yeah, so we've got the here. We're going with the very. I've not had the very naughty luggage this year. I have only had the well, I've had the hand for the first time. Actually, it might have been the third year hand luggage has been out. Actually, because I think it was there when I was there, and I wouldn't have been there when it came out last year. But yeah, looks absolutely banging. Creme Billy. That's a good name. That's the one. Yes, they. Yeah, I remember that they hosted that there, which to be fair, do you know what I mean? Like maybe they didn't know what it was going to be when it was booked in. Do you know what I mean? You don't know, you know. Yeah, there's a million and one things why they could have done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, yeah, I wouldn't. If someone tried to do it at Junkyard, it would kind of be like, nah, no. Do you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't take something like that. But I'd like to think they didn't know about it and they turned up with the banners. And there's not as much you can do there once that's happened. If it happened at our place, I would tell them to leave. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, nah, as in that's not happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it doesn't. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, you're right. That's what it was about. They didn't. Yeah. But here we go. There it is. That sweet spot. The reason the double IPA is the king of beers. The sweetness, the hoppiness. I'd be lying if I said there was any bitterness. I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google that. It could be. I don't know. Never heard of it. But yeah, yeah. There was like Beartown. Like they were doing when I first went back to Junkyard. You could. They did this like new sign up thing that like you got so much free beer from them. It was insane. Do you know what it's like? I don't know how you're going to make any money off of the back of that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know how big they are. I've had a few beers from them. They've all been all right. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna again, not good. Oh, now he's talking. Your boy enjoys himself a lager. In fact, I was a bit lager boyed last night, which was why I couldn't post. Well, I could have, but again, that jacking off that I was talking about at the beginning, that would have been a potential last night. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was in a bit of a state. I actually read like a Reddit, a YouTube Reddit the other day about a guy who was apparently he was doing a live video, but set to private to like send to his mates so that he could like show them how to do things, yada yada yada. But then his friend told him about a porn star who he'd never heard of apparently, so he Googled her and then after 3 minutes or so of googling he realized he was like still live and his camera was on YouTube on like a different tab, and then his channel just got closed down. So And he was like, I wasn't doing anything. It's like I wasn't masturbating. It's like, that's exactly what somebody who was just masturbating on a live stream would say, isn't it? But you know, more power to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, fair dues, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, channel got deleted. Something like 25 million views. Sort of all this shit. Like, man alive. I haven't hit a million views yet. Not combined, which is frankly ridiculous. Putting out some, putting some absolute, top tier, top shagger content out on a regular basis, but still, people like what they like, don't they? And they like watching people taking their top off on live streams, drinking, well, those pinter machines, don't they? Of what the cheapest thing they have, but I'm not bitter about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't annoy me. I have thought about doing an OnlyFans. Yeah. They heard about it, and that was the day they stopped doing porn. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like, "Well, we'll stop doing porn then." And then I was like, "I'm not gonna do it anymore." And then, do you remember when OnlyFans, like, stopped doing porn for, like, an afternoon? It was like, it just instantly lost millions. That was, like, one of the worst PR calls in history. OnlyFans, that works well, Bloomers, do you know what I mean? It's a good surname, to be fair. It roller coaster. Do you know what I mean? Roast potato. There's loads. Burrito that works. There's millions. It's actually a brilliant surname for anything like that. Not as many people have been impressed with the nickname Big Mac and the Whopper. I thought that was pretty good because obviously they're names of burgers, right? And we'd spell it differently, but like the Whopper, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Wingfest Derby, baby, on the Sunday. Might try to make it to Hop City on the Saturday, but we'll see. We'll see if my Northern Monk guys are able to sort old Rowie out with a free ticket. Auntie's Bloomers, yeah. The double Big Mac. Terrible burger, to be fair. I hate the double Big Mac. Do you know one thing that I only realized recently? And although to be fair, I would have seen it, but I've never registered the. I've never noticed it before. Do you know Big Mac only comes with one slice of cheese? It's ridiculous. Like, it comes with one slice of cheese, and it's like bun, a slice of cheese, and then a load of gently up your wazoo. But yeah, for people who aren't watching this and know that I'm reading the comments, that probably seemed like a sort of Tourette's moment there. But yeah. Yeah, a Big Mac only comes with a slice of cheese and a fillet of fish. Probably the most underrated Mackey's sandwich of all time. Only comes with a half slice of cheese, which is insane to me. It's absolutely insane. Mickey T, I assume you don't like Mackey's. It's not my favorite. I prefer to have a Burger King. That's why I'm the Whopper. But yeah, but my if I am at McDonald's, I'll tell you, my usual order: 20 nuggies, but all curry sauces because their curry sauce is, and a triple cheeseburger. Boom. You do not get a gut like this, with their sugar laden salads. Yeah, Five Guys is absolute tits. I absolutely love a Five Guys. It is banging. I used to have a Five Guys. So the company that owns Junkyard used to have a cocktail bar in Nottingham called Boilermaker, and on a Sunday, I always used to work the close at Boilermaker on a Sunday night because we opened at 7. But I'd always used to do the stock take for my old job at Saltwater, which is where me and Auntie's Bloomers in the comments worked together originally. It's where we first met, which must have been actually about 15 years ago now, to be fair, if not longer. And then what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, so I used to work there in the day on 2008. Fuck me, yeah, 15 years then. No, what year is it now? 17. That's 17 years. I'm not very good at maths, bloomers. So yeah, 17 years. We'll go with 17. We'll go with 17. And fuck me, I'm old. But like you're like a lawyer and shit now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. But I'd no, during the day I'd do the stock take for saltwater. But because I'd finished there at about 4 and I had the keys to Boilermaker, as soon as I'd finish, I'd always go to Five Guys. I'd get a what is it? It's always a double cheeseburger, mustard, ketchup, grilled onions, grilled mushrooms, lettuce, and fresh onions. Boom. Do you know what I mean? I did then realize that I think it was only like 50p more to get a hot dog than it was for fries. Now a Five Guys hot dog, yeah, a Five Guys hot dog is incredible. Did I moved to Nottingham from Wales in 1994, so I'd have been 12. Yeah, I was 12 when I moved, so not too young. So I spent my childhood in Bangor, North Wales, but then I spent my um, teenage years, well, every year pretty much since 1992, 1994. Sorry, from in Nottingham. Yeah, and I have. It's only recently. There's this dude. You should You yeah. I've lost my accent. I was leading to that. I have, there's this, if it's on BBC One, right? There's a show, it's called Chris Cook's Cymru, and it's this guy called, uh, well, Chris Roberts, I think his name is, but he's known as Flame Baster, and he's from Carnarvon, which is where my grandparents are from. And, like, he's just this proper big fucking Welsh dude, just barbecuing shit all the time, and he's fucking banging. Do you know what I mean? He's, like, so fucking cool, and, yeah, and it's like it's made me sort of like annoyed that I've lost my Welsh accent. So I'm trying to get it back. Like I've started like putting on like putting on my Welsh accent again. And yeah, it's because like when I first moved up here, I was like, right, I moved to Nottingham and I was getting bullied by like people for sounding like a fucking hick. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, well, I need to like lose my accent. But at the same time, he's looking at a lawyer with a reputation to uphold. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yeah. But I realized like I need to adopt an English accent. But I was like, I am not sounding like any of these like cunts from Nottingham. Do you know what I mean? It's like Nottingham, oh, Twitchell, ooh, that's it. Do you know what I mean? There's Guzgogs. That's what people in Nottingham call gooseberries. First of all, fuck gooseberries, and secondly, fuck Guzgogs. I hate the Nottingham accent. So yeah, I just sort of picked up a generic, relatively posh English accent because I watched even back then. I was watching a lot of like, or listening to a lot of like Fist of Fun and This Morning with Richard Not Judy. So I was like, oh, just try and sound like Stuart Lee or something. So in my defense, I've been plagiarizing him since about 96. So I was plagiarizing him before he became big. So yeah, kind of cool. Yeah. Uh, response. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's a banger. Yeah, no, banger, great. If your mate went to uni there, I can only assume he was studying marine biology or something to do with sea life or anything like that. Because I can't work out why anyone would go there for anything other than that. Yeah, the thing is like, yeah, I can't help thinking Lucy has enough Rowie stories to start your own multi-million sub YouTube channel. I don't know how. I'm not like fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, like, I finish work, I come home. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I get in a lot of like pretty sweet adventures. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I I don't think Lucy was still worked at. We worked in two places, didn't we? Actually, we worked at Saltwater and we worked at Hearts. You were working at Hearts when I got fired for turning up for an 11 a.m. shift. Absolutely fucking smashed. Like ridiculously drunk for like an 11 o'clock shift. Like just in the morning, I was like managing that day as well. And I just arrived and like I could like barely talk and stuff like that. It was just all over the place. But then, like, they waited until the end of lunch service and they were like, "We think you're too drunk to work." And I was like, "No, I'm fine to work now." Which I mean, I was way too drunk to work like 4 hours ago. I don't know. Why don't why you're sending me home now? I'm great. Just ludicrous. I can. I will pronounce it for you right now. It is Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Gogerain Chwynrobin Santa Serio Gogogoch. And yeah, it wasn't that far away. Well, it's in Anglesey, isn't it? So my dad and sister, um, they live in Anglesey now, and they don't live that far. They don't live that far from there. But yeah, gooseberries are rank. They guzgogs. Yeah, plums. Plums are shite too as well. Yeah, I'm not a fruit person. I'm a veg person. You mean 9.8 out of fucking 10? That's literally perfect. Are you kidding me? 9.8? What did I have to do to get a 10? Like, be there while I said it in front of the sign. Actually, fair, 9.8 out of 10 is like as close to 10 that I'll take. So yeah, cheers. I'll take that, bro. It's all good. We we good. Man, double IPAs are just fucking bomb. Yeah. Yeah, Hearts was a shitty job. It was great. I think I worked there like 3 times over the years. It was the first job I ever had, actually, in 1999. And I turned up for a kitchen porter job in a full suit, and the restaurant manager at the time was a guy called Mark Penn. And yeah, I turned up, and Mark was he used to be are they beefeaters? Are they the Queen's Guards with the sort of like the suits and the big bearskin hats? And because I turned up for this kitchen porter job in like a suit, he fucking loved me. He instantly, and he was like, "I'm not having you in the kitchen. I'm having you front of house." I was like, "Really? Can I be in the kitchen? Like, that sounds way more fun." But yeah, yeah. And then I was there for a few years and loved it. And then the second time I worked there, I loved it. But the third time I worked there, the staff were all, you know, I enjoyed it the third time I worked there, but the staff were mostly cunts. Do you know what I mean? Like they were really clicky, and like, but the clicks were like so shit. Like they were absolute fucking dorks. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not one. Like it was probably the biggest group of unfuckable people I've ever seen in my entire life. Do you know what I mean? In front of house, like I've never seen like a less appealing group of fucking people. Like if I owned that place, I'd have like fired everyone. I'd have just been like you know, and I don't mean that like a body shaming or anything like that because they were attractive, beautiful people, but they were just fucking dullards to a fucking man and man alive, and yeah, and so I was there. My mate Robin was there. Lucy was there. So like, so we basically just hung out. I think our mate Rachel was there as well at the time. I don't know if Lucy and Rachel were friends, but yeah, but yeah, you literally only got the job because I was the manager. But yeah, the third time I worked there, like, kind of getting fired was a bit of a blessing. But yeah, the second time I worked there was 2002. Yeah, and back in 2002, it was fucking banging. It was like it was well fun. I was there for about 4 or 5 years at that point, and yeah, it was just loads of fun. Just like just getting smashed all day, like just because it was just like it was one of those places where people would go and like two businessmen would spend like 800-900 quid at lunch. Do you know what I mean? Like so the place was just fucking printing money. So like you could work as many hours as you wanted. You could just piss around because like you could charge whatever you wanted. So like you never had to worry about like hitting budgets or something because you just would. Do you know what I mean? Like as in, you know, it was like 9 quid for a gin and tonic in 2002. Do you know what I mean? Like so it was just fucking printing money. So it's the easiest place to be a manager because it was just like, well, it's easy to hit targets. It's like, well, yeah, man, but that second time round, fucking that third time round fucking sucked. So it's closed now. The hotel's still there, but no one cares about that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't work that much in the hotel. because they were pricks. They're all dicks who worked in the hotel. It's not true. There were some really lovely people who worked in the hotel, but I didn't work there, so fuck them. The theatre bar was Cast. Yeah, so when I got fired from Hearts, I went to Cast. But yeah, I got fired. So I got um I got sent home for being drunk. So I just straight away went to Cast and had a few beers in there. And then Nick Revel, who was my boss previously before I went back to Hearts, he was like, "I need an AGM at Cast." He's like, "When can you start?" And I was like, "Well, I'm on suspension. I'm on suspension with like full pay at the minute, as in like, so I just want to see how long I can just do this." So I just kept on like canceling meetings where they wanted to have it. So did that for about 6 weeks before I got fired, and yeah, this went straight away and started there. Yeah, Rachel was good people. I've not seen her in years. I've not seen Rachel probably since the Hearts days. To be fair, oddly enough, I've mentioned him a few times. Um, Rachel at one point was engaged to Big Mac. So if you do see Big Mac and the Whopper at Derby Wingfest on the Sunday, I'm going on the Sunday. Don't just turn up every day thinking I'm going to be there. You ain't going to be there every single day. I'm going there on the Sunday. Come up and say, "Hey, some girl called Lucy randomly mentioned your ex fiance from 20 years ago on a tin pot YouTube live stream." He'd love that. He would. Let's stop that as well. Chef's kiss. Lame. Tell you what, this it's been an hour. It's fucking flown by. I don't know how it's gone for you lot, but it has flown by for old Rowie. Should have done this in the middle of the day. Yeah, we're about to go to the triple IPE, baby. Who, Lucy? If you are still watching, who was your least favorite person then during those days? Because I'm gonna assume Anne, French Anne. Rachel didn't mention that she did modeling once. She banged on about it constantly. It was like her entire personality that she used to be a model. And it's like, that's weird. Like, you used to be a model. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that, like, you've worked behind a bar every single time I've seen you in the entire time we've known each other. So it's like, yeah. She did have that sort of like, what's what I'm looking for, sort of androgynous sort of classically sort of beautiful sort of look, I suppose. But yeah, she was a mate. Do you know what I mean? So I never really saw it myself, but yeah, she banged on about the French girl. There was only one French girl, and that was Anne. Uh, Also, it's sort of like the most qualified waitress. It's it's like, well, to all intents and purposes, I'm just a glorified waiter in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? So I'm not like gonna shit on anything like that. But do you know what it's like? If someone was to me was like, "Oh, I'm a better waiter than you," I'd be like, "Well done." Do you know what I mean? Like, wow, what a flex. Do you know what I mean? Like, what a magical fucking thing to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're slightly better at being subservient than I am. Go fuck yourself. That's the fucking something to be proud about. Do you know what I mean? I prided myself on being like shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was shit, but fucking always got promoted, so I didn't care. Do you know what I mean? It's like I, uh, there were also there's a French girl, didn't look French, skinny and ugly. Um, that is mean because I do like the person you're talking about. Her name was Aurelia, and yeah, you are right. Her name was Aurelia. She wasn't French; she was Lithuanian. But yeah, I had a lot of time. Yeah, I had a lot of time for Aurelia. She's an area manager for them now at their Barafina concept in London, and but I always got on very very well with Aurelia. I certainly wouldn't say she was ugly or French, but yeah, she was Lithuanian, but she was very very skinny. But yeah, she was moody. She was very, very miserable. Yeah, it's always things that's like, yeah, a lot, yeah. But it's sort of like, if you compare sort of like lives now, do you know what I mean? Because I like, um, then she, well, yeah, well, but that's years later, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And companies like that, like Hart Hamilton PLC or Hart Brothers Limited, what it's called, this is actually bordering on the lines of what's it called, isn't it? But I mean this in a nice way because I do like the places, but they look after they in their own way they look after the staff. Do you know what I mean? Um what's the word I'm looking for? They sort of celebrate loyalty. Do you know what I mean? So like you work for a company like that long enough, eventually you're going to have shares. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but she doesn't have like, yeah, she's a better waitress than you were, but presumably you're a better lawyer than she is. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, to an extent, it's like comparing apples to aeroplanes. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not really something that you can do. Like they both begin with the same letter. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Do they? Yeah, they do. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that one. That was a good one. I enjoyed this one as well. That was a great one. I think I'm about to have a bit of a sneezing fit. I'm not going to lie. 9.8. You know, in Wales, we only call it Llanfair PG and pronounce it the whole damn thing every single time. Man alive. Okay, I tell you what, we've still got a triple IPA to go, but your boy's feeling pretty good. I might be able to fit in a fifth beer on this one. I might be able to fit in a fifth one. We'll see. We'll see. I have got some Vault City impies that are begging to be drank. I have also got a lot of Neon Raptor in piece as well in the fridge that are also begging to be drunk. It's just like a normal sized beer fridge, by the way. It's not like, it's because it's on my desk. It's not like a huge thing. The normal beer fridge that my housemate gifted me because I was keeping too many beers in the main fridge. Apparently, completely justifiable, absolute justifiable, and like a really sort of nice way of dealing with it by giving me a beer fridge for my bedroom. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like a really nice thing to do. It's still here. Don't worry, Bob K. It's still here. It is. It is right here. And as soon as I'm just liking doing these live videos at the minute. Um, but as soon as I start doing my recorded videos again, that will be back. Never you worry about it. I can try and find a way of angling it, maybe, so it can be on. Well, that was on some electrics. Let's get that there. The things I do for the fans. No, I don't think I can get it. No, I don't think I can get it in there. No. Oh well. I also bought this off of Big Mac as well. He used to have a pretty successful crypto channel, which I assume he still has, but he doesn't do crypto as much these days. Gingerbread latte, imperial stouts from Vault City to come. Well, we all know that this is Roey's magic fridge, so I'm glad you mentioned the gingerbread latte Vault City because your boy's got one there. So the Nerd Brewing collaboration, or or is that the one from the Tesco one, which is still also absolutely banging because I've got a bunch of them downstairs as well. But yeah, that is a monumental beer. That is an absolutely heroic beer. As if I could be less pretentious. I think I might have up here. Pajama bottoms on. If you want, I have got some more roads here. Do you know what I mean? I can have this clipped on at all time. Like like there, so I can have that on there at all times if you want that. So if you want a bit of product placement, do you know what I mean, that I'm not getting paid for, we can always have them there, or probably it could just be there, couldn't it? And then you know, that's the best of both, isn't it? And that's good for everyone. Now, yeah, I used to use these a lot in my early videos, but I stopped. I don't know why. Still haven't. Probably should do, but I think it's because I used to have that one on there, and my beard was too long. I'd always brush across it. It would have this really shoddy sort of sound, and I was too lazy to sort of like edit it out, so I didn't. Comb that out. But, I met Adrian once today. Thing about someone called him pretentious. I mean, it wasn't. It didn't happen as a joke. And it was like, this guy called me pretentious. I said, pretentious? What? I nearly dropped my hazelnut latte. I was just like, oh, that's great. That's great. Also, like, it's not pretentious just because you like nice things, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it is a delivery. I am a pretentious cunt. I'm not disputing that. But so you prefer the road just out of shot? Okay. It'll always be out of shot on lives. It'll be in shot in the thing. It's just kind of become my thing. I mean, if you want pretentious, look at. Let's try and point where they are on here. There, that's pretentious. There, do you see them in the background? They're all of my Lush body sprays, and yeah, I think I've got 9 or 10 at the minute. So your boy can smell different every single day. Oh yeah, so my favorite is there's one it's called like avocado something, and it just smells like sherbet, or Twisters, those Twisters ice creams. They're fucking banging. It's pretentious to look down on others who like the not nice things. So I don't look down on them that much. Not wrong with a bit of Lynx. I do use Lynx Africa in the shower, as in, if it's good enough for Alan Partridge, it's good enough for the big lad, or the Whopper, however you want to call him. But yeah. So here we go. Oh, I normally like show it off and read before anything, don't I? So this is XXX Luggage. This is a 10% triple IPA in my favorite Neon Raptor glass. The good thing about this glass is it holds your full can. There we go. So as that, we'll have a little read of the copy on the can of this one. Classic can art there, as in still Heather, who does the can art at Neon, always does an absolute bang up job. We squeezed in more hops, more malts, and more contraband into the extremely naughty XXX sized version of our flagship New England IPA. This beer obliterates dinosaurs. So, I was kind of hoping that like sort of cool shade thing would happen again. But yeah, great copy, 10% again. Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic, some great sort of great little hop bill there. Looks great. I have had it on draft down at the tap room. So there was a point where I had a catchphrase, wasn't it? And it was it's time to it's going to hear it for the first time today. Let's get it bloody slurped. You boys, well, Mickey T, I don't know if you're here at the beginning. I am off tomorrow, but I am going in to help. We've got a new menu launch coming up, so we're going to have to cook all the new dishes for the director tomorrow. So I'm going in for that. But all prep, everything was done over the last 2 days. It was going to be going out at 2, and he's now decided it's 12:30. So I'm not going to lie, it's a bit earlier than I thought. But That's all right. You don't have to apologise, mate. Never apologise. You're a if there was like a if this was Clash of Clans, then I'd have made you an elder or a or at least yeah, or a co-leader by now. So don't worry about that. You're like an OG subscriber, mate. You are. You never need to apologize. Like at the end of sort of like the Lord of the Rings. Do you know when like um, King guy says he was called like Strider for a bit for some reason, and then became Aragon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, why call him Strider for like fucking 5 minutes of the film? Just miss that bit out. Just say he's called fucking Aragon, right? And then at the end, when like the golems, whatever they're called, and they're like bowing, and he's like, "You guys never need to bow to me." That's what it's like with you. Like, so I'm King Aragon Strider and you're Gollum. It's like it's the hobbits, your little hobbit dudes. So you don't need to apologize or bow. So yeah, that was rubbish. I wish I could edit that bit out, but I'm not going to. Yeah, yeah. So basically, I've got a menu cook-off in. Yeah, I've got a menu cook-off in the morning, but yeah, I've done all my prep, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's good, man. It's not a dildo back there, by the way. I think I've covered that before. I'm still not used to sort of like I'm just used to my phone and my gimbal. This is like a whole thing. But there, that there is a cocktail muddler. It is. I mean, it's been up my arse. Anything can be a dildo if you're brave enough. But yeah, just in case someone was thinking that that was a dilly in the background, it isn't. But but it can be used as one in an emergency, or in a morning. Do you know what I mean? Any reason whatsoever. Ugh. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I think we're going to go for a fifth beer. I think we're going to go for a fifth beer. I've got a fucking. I've got a 3 liter bottle of water next to my bed, and I've got a stein of water over and next to my bed as well. The piss glass, it's full of water next to my bed. I hope it's water. Either way, it's getting drank at 6 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. Do you know what I mean? That's happening. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to go for a fifth beer. We've got the behind the muddler. We've got the Emperor's glass, so I think an Impy Stout might be in order. Get the chair back up. Uh, Again, too absorbent. Too absorbent. It's because like that is obviously I don't know what it's called, but well, a cover. It's a bit of foam, isn't it? It's like is what it is. But yeah, no, that wouldn't. That wouldn't use that. I've never stuck anything up my arse. Right, it's basically what I'm saying. I've never stuck anything. I've not even curiously. You've just cracked. You've just cracked an Emperor's glass. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I hate about like I've never even done like a curious finger up there. New, 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 new. I probably should. Although I am at the age where I probably should get a prostate exam. Ugh, not going to though. New. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You do you. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. If you're into it, fucking more power to you. More power to you. I, in fact, I love it. If you love it, no, I don't. I don't love it, but I love the fact that you love it. It's good. But I'm not sticking a muddler up my ass. Is basically what I'm saying. Unless that was like some sort of weird like caipirinha or mojito making competition, where it's like who can make the most imaginative mojito. I'm like, well, I can muddle the limes using my ass. That'd be pretty cool. But I'd really need a good prize to sort of like to warrant that. Like, I'm beginning to think I probably shouldn't have an imperial stout. I'm gonna have an imperial stout. That's happening. It's so great. This trip is banging. They did their first I think one of the first beer I ever named when I was at Neon Raptor was No No Noise, and it was before I'm nowhere. It's weird. I am over double the amount of subscribers to get monetization, but I actually don't get the views. So it's sort of which is like I kind of think it's great that sort of like I'm able to promote the channel in such a way that I am able to get subscribers, but the content is so shoddy that no one's willing to watch it. So he's got empty. He's got a new. There's a new one, isn't it? So this is like this is the original one, but the new one is smaller. It's like it's more like a brandy, like because I don't because that's very much like a brandy balloon, but it's more way more circular, isn't it? So it's sort of like maybe you've just got one of the new ones. Yeah. So which sucks because like I'm like because these ones you can't get these ones now. Like I'm really like anal, for lack of a better word to put it, anal about it. So tea, I have. There's only this one. Then it is what I said I was going to drink has been fulfilled. Like that is my promise to you, the people, has been fulfilled. 330 ml. Fuck me. Because all of his shit is in 330 ml cans and bottles, though, isn't it? So it's like it makes sense. You wouldn't need a bigger Emperor's glass than that, but that does seem small, to be fair. Um, yeah, but I am. But back to tea. Yeah, I am going to have one more after this one. This delicious. It's sticky. It's sweet. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. So the first beer I named when I was at Neon Raptor was a beer called No No Noise. It was before I worked there, and I was helping out on the canning line, and this fucking awful like screeching sound happened on some like really important piece of kit. And even though I didn't know anybody, I just like looked up and I was like, "Oh, that's a no no noise." And Tom, one of the directors, heard it and was like, "That's becoming a beer name." And yeah, but yeah, I think the next one I got to name was the one I was most proud of, and that was a nickname I gave myself when I lived in Sheffield. Was the Urban Hercules, right? Which isn't cringy; it's really cool. And we were looking for a name for a new triple I well for the first triple IPA that Neon ever did. And I was like, right, well, a lot of people used to call me the Urban Hercules. I suppose you can have that. And from there, it went to Suburban Hercules. And yeah, it was a Sabro triple IPA, and it was fucking banging. They rebrewed it once, and it was incredible. But yeah, Suburban Hercules. I've given myself a lot of nicknames over the years. Sorry, people have given me a lot of nicknames over the years. They definitely weren't just named by me out of some sort of egotistical nonsense. Um, I think naming beers is like in my I think it's sort of like there's two schools of thought, right? And I think Cloudwater, back to Cloudwater, is a really good example, right? I preferred Cloudwater back in the day when it would be like Cloudwater, Citra Pale, Cloudwater, BA Doppelbock, and the Cloud obviously had the V series. Oh, I bet that's incredible. Parish are fucking it out. Parish are out of this fucking world. And uh, yeah, North Park. When I was working at Dark and Wild a few years ago, I had a bunch of beers with the guy from North Park. I've actually got on my phone. I keep always mean to sort of upload it. I've actually got a video of the guy from North Park at the sort of after party doing karaoke, and it's fucking cool. But yeah, North Park are fucking incredible. They are such a good brewery. But yeah, I hate AI in any way sense. Well, I'd be fine with AI doing like mediocre, like shitty jobs that people want to do. But when AI is being used to sort of like uh, to replace art, it really pisses me off. Like it infuriates me. But I get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like Neon have an artist who does, Heather, who does art for all of their cans. Do you know what I mean? And it's great, but not everybody does. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, I hate AI being used for things like that, but I get why people do it. But I don't like it. Also, some beer names are just stupid, isn't it? Like Naughty Luggage is a great name. I can't remember this. I don't know. I know the backstory to why Naughty Luggage is called Naughty Luggage, but I can't remember it. Do you know what I mean? But maybe it'll come to me later. But yeah, but yeah, fuck AI. I hate AI. Yeah, you definitely need to come down to Nottingham. Yeah, like Nottingham is a great city to get pissed in. Like we've got like a bunch of great breweries, great tap rooms, great bars, great food. Yeah, let me know if you do, obviously, because I assumed that was you saying that like we would hang out. It isn't. It's something about like um yeah. It's weird. Like I hate anything that Terry Pratchett has written, right? Unless it contained, is it Sam Vines or Sam Vimes? He was like the commander of the Night Watch, wasn't he? Anything to do with him was banging, but everything else, like I couldn't stand. I hated it. I appreciate it. I think it was great in that respect. Don't get me wrong, but I couldn't stand it. Like Rincewind, wasn't it? It was like, and he had something. It was called the Luggage, like the thing. Like, oh, it was so stupid. But if it had like the, I think like Guards, I think was one of the first things I read from him that I thought was banging. But no, not a luggage. Yeah, 'cause the luggage. Yeah, from that. No, I don't think it is. I think it was one of the neon guys. Sometimes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's actually something to do with some actual luggage going through customs. Yeah, like obviously nothing too serious. Like it wasn't like I don't know, 20 pounds of heroin. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, like they'd be in prison, wouldn't they? But I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'm seeing Josh on Saturday. I'll ask him for the story again, but I might remember it by then. But yeah, sorry, mate. It, yeah, it was a 9.8 out of 10 question, but sorry, you don't win them all, do you? At the end of the day, but yeah. Oof. Anyone watch WrestleMania? Badass. I mean, it was mostly terrible, to be fair, but there were some badass moments. Fuck me, my hair look bald. There's fucking nothing there anymore. Never noticed before. Yeah, man alive. I'll throw my brush over there so I can't even brush it out. Ugh, yeah. This is like a long silence, isn't it? You okay? Not gonna lie, bursting for a piss. Um, where are you getting? Where do you get these wonderful beers? It's fucking mental. Like, I've only ever tried like the sort of the Ghost series, like Ghost in the Machine, double dry hop ghosting and shit. I think I'd like four last year. Tried like four of them. I know like Tripping Animals in Miami did a collaboration with them, and it sounded fucking incredible. I really wanted to try that. I was hoping like some places would get hold of it. Wild Turkey Bourbon is superb. Yeah, man. Anchorage. I remember when Brew Cavern in Nottingham, they got a bunch of Anchorage in, but they were like fucking like they're like 110 quid, and I'm talking for like a maybe a 500 ml bottle. And I remember thinking, if they're still there on my birthday, I'll buy them. I'll buy one, obviously, but they weren't. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of relieved. Yeah, I've never had anything from Anchorage, but yeah, I've had some beers from WildWorks. $50. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd pay that. That's like what, 35 quid, 38 quid, something like that. I'd pay 50. I'd fucking pay that for it, man. But it's like 100, like literally, honestly, like it was like 110, maybe 114 quid for a bottle. And I don't doubt it would be worth it. But it's like, I just kind of think like, I can go to Paris for that much money. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's like loads of things I can do with that. Think of the porn I could buy for 114 quid. All of it, because porn's free. Look at these people who pay for porn. It's insane. Again, back to OnlyFans. Who are these people who pay for that shit? It's ridiculous. People who want to see their friends naked. That's who do it. If you rizzed them up proper when you first met them, you'd be getting that shit for free. I hate OnlyFans. It's ludicrous. I don't hate OnlyFans. Pornhub exists. Like, why would I? Why would I need it? Yeah, 52. It's like the same with what's it called? What is it I paid for? I think it's weird. I'm in this Facebook group. I think it's called like East Coast IPA lovers or something like that. And it's 99%. It's all sort of like American folk. Do you know what I mean? And it's the things they post are fucking incredible, right? And it was mental. Where I think I paid like, because you never get Pliny, you never get, oh, it's Pliny or Pliny. I think it's Pliny, isn't it? I think like, but you never get that over here. You never get heady, well, Alchemist. You never get like Heady Topper. You never get oh fuck, what's the other Alchemist one called? Yeah, Heady Topper, and then it's the other one basically. But it's like there's times I'm sort of like, oh yeah, I paid like 18 quid for like a can of Heady Top Focal Banger. Focal Banger's the one, isn't it? And it's like I paid 18 quid for like a can of Focal Banger or Heady Topper, and people are like, dude, I paid like 25 bucks for a 4 pack. I'm like, what the hell? It's ludicrous. It's the same as like the El Segundo Stone Cold Steve Austin beers. Like, they're great. They're nice. The double IPA was fucking fantastic. Do you know what I mean? But it's like 40 quid for a 4 pack. And then like these American folks who are just like, yeah, it's like 10 quid for $10 for a 4 pack over here. Yeah. International shipping, eh? What's that about? I agree. I agree with you. I've had it a few times. It's sort of like I still respect it. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad what it did. But yeah, there are there are breweries in the UK that aren't that good in the grand scheme of things that do double IPAs on a regular basis that I would say is better than Heady Topper. But I think it still deserves to be, it still has that air of sort of like respect about it. And so yeah, I'll always think it's a great beer, but I probably wouldn't pay that much money for it again. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, yeah, it's like The Simpsons. Do you know what I mean? Like, The Simpsons, the greatest fucking funniest fucking show ever made. But there's more. The Simpsons has been a bad show for longer than it has been a good show. But those couple of amazing seasons mean it's still fucking wait, it's still like groundbreaking and fucking worth all of the respect. You can't dilute it with everything else. But yeah, I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Okay, that's it. At the 90-minute mark, boom, the entire fuck me, the entire I'm glad I'm wearing my shades. The entire Naughty Luggage series done. We've done hand luggage, we've done naughty luggage, we've done very naughty luggage, and we've done triple X luggage. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna go for a piss because even if I'm not drinking, an hour and a half is a long time for me to go without, taking a leak. So you guys argue amongst yourselves. Can you? Yeah, you guys argue amongst yourselves in the chat. I'm gonna go for a piss. I'll be like a minute and a half. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna open an Impy Stout, baby. I have got a can of bourbon barrel aged Centaur Army in that fridge. To be fair, which is calling to me a bit, and I know I've got at least 6 cans in the stash. So if I was to drink it, it's no real loss in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in like 90 seconds. It's very small. It doesn't have very far to travel. But yeah, I'll see you in a second. Back in the game. I saved time by not washing my hands, so you're welcome. Mm. I think I walk the line between pretentious arsehole and gobshite. Thank you. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have a snap. Gonna have a snap. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that 2-hour mark again tonight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It never takes long for me to have a wee. Like I said, very small penis, so it doesn't have very long. And I squat as close as possible, so it takes even less time. And then I don't wash my hands afterwards, so like you can see that dry as a bone. If there is any liquid on them, it is piss. So I care about my audience. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Yeah, yeah. Really sort of like hold myself there, like forcing it out, like just come on, just come on. Don't have blood in it this time. That's all. It's the most you can really hope for. All right, so we may as well. So we have got bourbon barrel aged Centaur Army. Look at the AV, 13.5%. Hey, like they say, we're live anything can happen. That's what they say, and anything can happen right now. But in this world, obviously, the anything can happen is pretty much limited to I might drink one more beer than I originally said I would do. I cover this in great detail in the first couple of minutes of the live stream, so don't worry about that. Barrel aged peanut butter, chocolate, and caramel imperial stout, 13.5%. Um, it was aged in two different bourbon barrels. They might have been mentioned in the chat already. No, we've mentioned Buffalo Trace, but it was aged in Elijah Craig and Haven Hill. So is it Heaven Hill or Haven Hill? I'm not sure, but it was aged for 1 year. Half the batch in Heaven Hill, half the batch in Elijah Craig, did I say? Yeah. And no, it wasn't Elijah Craig, it was Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace in Heaven Hill. I pulled Elijah Craig out of my house. Yes, Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, aged in both of them for 1 year and then blended together. And so I'm not gonna lie, if I would have had my way, if I owned Neon Raptor, which I don't, I would have done two releases. I'd have released it as a Heaven Hill barrel aged and a Buffalo Trace barrel aged, and then release it as a set where people could buy as two, so you could compare the two. But regardless of how it was done, at the same time, all that matters is it's still a fucking banging beer, and it is ridiculously good. So yeah, I wasn't planning on drinking this tonight, but yeah, I am. Future Rowie is going to watch this video and hate me. Well, it's open. Do you know what I mean? It's happening. We've got the Emperor's glass. Oh, baby. There's a sexy pour as well. I'm enjoying that. Yeah. Future Rowie's a cuck. Future Rowie answers to fucking present Rowie. Yeah. Future Rowie's gonna wake up with that fucking muddler up his ass if he carries on questioning current Rowie's fucking decisions, choices, as great as they all are. But yeah, here it is. Man, it smells so good. I know the opinions really split on the barrel aged version, where as many people seem to dislike it. Not maybe not dislike it, but so many people prefer the original. But I don't know. For me, the barrel aged, it's where it's at, baby. Oh. It's still there. I don't know if it's like the first or second batch. It's about to go past its best before day, but dude, it's an imperial stout. It'll be fine. The adjuncts haven't faded at all. Maybe the caramel a little bit, to be fair. Maybe the caramel of it isn't there as much as I remember it being. But the peanut butter is still there. The chocolate is still there. The caramel is still there, but it's not as silky as once it was. Cheers, GH. You're an inspiration for me as well. So that's my yeah. It was you guys tuning in inspired me to drink a load on camera this evening. Yeah, that is, man, fucking barrel aged. It's just weird that I kind of think that with every can that I open, there's one less that was free to me, and soon I'm gonna have to start paying for them. It pisses me off. Because obviously there wasn't a barrel aged version last year. I have no idea if there's going to be a barrel aged version this year. I'll really grill Josh on his birthday. Well, it's already been his birthday. but I'll really grill Josh at his birthday barbecue about it. I'll make it all about me. So that's all right. Yeah, it is a bit annoying actually. So last Friday, I was meant to actually be um, like having a sort of like little interview with the low key guys from Low Key Lyle Smith on the channel, and we just went out and got pissed instead. And it's kind of like it really bugs me where I think one thing that I have like, and I mean this in a nice way because I am actively involved in the craft beer scene. Do you know what I mean? So I know quite a lot of people, and like so many people have agreed to sort of like be on. And by so many, like three people have like agreed to be on the channel, but I never do anything with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm always just sort of like, yeah, we'll go out and get smashed, and then we'll do an interview. And it's like I always forget. I was just like, I'll be eating pizza. Oh, should I try and get some people on the channel? I mean, I can get the neon guys almost certainly. I'll try and do that on Saturday, but I can probably get Damien from Emperors on here. It shouldn't be too hard. Low key guys, definitely get the Brood Tavern guys in. The I can ask the Fire Rock guys. I'm just listing people. I'm just listing breweries now. As in, should I try doing that? Should I try making this an actual channel as opposed to just a means to an end to drink beer in front of people? People that, quite frankly, I wouldn't, piss on if they were on fire. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. That's like a next level of wankerdom. Oh man, something about a stout after a bunch of IPAs, man, just fucking clears your head. Yeah, I like you, GH. You can be around here more often. But yeah, I think my housemate's gone to bed. Listen to a lot of horror podcasts lately. I hate podcasts, even though I started one, but we never released anything. Oh, I used to do a lot of the Neon Raptor podcasts. I don't know if you've ever listened. I don't work for them anymore, but yeah, I don't know if you've ever listened to the Neon Raptor podcast. I think they stopped doing it after I left. I think I'm on every single one of them apart from like three. One of them's about water, so I refuse to be on it. Like, fucking be on there. It's like nerds. They got some like fucking virgin from like the university to talk about the importance of like purifying water. Like that's the episode the home brewers like. But yeah, it's mostly me being pretty fucking cool on it. They had to cut out a lot of my parts in there. Well, my old drama teacher's just yeah. Uh, yeah. MT, we have discussed this. We need to make this happen. Do I have you on Facebook? Because that's probably the easiest way of doing it. Unless you're like, 21, then presumably you don't use Facebook. Yeah, because I love Overtone. They're fucking banging. Yeah. I mean, I don't work for Neon anymore, but I can just send you like a box of like Nottingham beers. I can hit up 42 as well. Good age, sex age. Are you on Instagram? I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm a bit loath to just give my telephone. I have been thinking of starting a Discord though. Like, if you guys ever want loads of pictures of my dick, sort of like, then I can set up a Discord or something, and we can do that. I'll have to find out what Discord is. I am on it because like that's where I get my fucking Plex illegal streaming from. But like I don't like it. I don't use it. Like it's rubbish. Ooh, an oatmeal double IPA. Mixed feelings, but both of them involve me wanting to drink an oatmeal double IPA. Like I want to sort of like sexily drink it and angrily drink it. So yeah, I like the idea of that. Oh, man alive. Uh, there's probably a way for me to privately message you or something. I'll send you my number on that or something. Dick. Fucking like isn't on. I'm not on social media. I still love you though. Okay. We might beat my 2-hour record. Actually, I'm pretty happy about this. Are you? You're on TikTok? Are you fucking kidding me? Even I'm not on TikTok. Even I think that's fucking below me, cuck behavior. But I have got a TikTok account. I just don't use it. Mickey T, the TikTok guy. I'll tell you what. This is the easiest way of doing it. Is what I'll do is I'll read Lucy Bloom's telephone number out right now. So then everyone's got that, and then you message her, and she can message me your number. I think that's the best way of doing it. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. That would be like a dick move. And like she's a lawyer and shit, so don't. Message retracted. I have a guess what my Insta page is called. I'll wait. What would you think my Instagram page would be called based on the name of the channel? Man, you weren't on Instagram a second ago. Man alive. But yeah, we'll sort out a throbber. It's just the best. When did like I don't know where that word came from, but like about a year and a half ago, people started using the word throbber, and I'm fucking here for it. It is like the fucking best. It's like what a throbber, man! You fucking throbber. It's just the fucking. I am yeah. But that's the name of my backup one. Do you know what I mean? That's my backup page, just in case just in case my normal one gets deleted. It's massive throbber does beers.com, and yeah, it's the Mickey T. Another notification from Clash of Clans. Emperors. Glass. Slightly bigger than a 330. Although it might be a 330. I hate Star Wars, by the way. That was like my whole personality on here for a while, for a bit. Not liking Star Wars. I'm the Big Lebowski. I hate the Big Lebowski. It sucks. What other films do I like? It's like so many. The Goonies. Shit, I wish I never rewatched that as an adult. When I was a kid, that film was fucking tits. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll watch it I think I rewatched it when I was 30. It's like the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. So many kids screaming the whole time. It fucking sucked. Terminator 2 is a banging film. No shit said about Terminator 2. The film's fucking awesome. The Fugitive. The hell? No, that was The Bodyguard. Apart from the Whitney Houston song, it sucks. The Bodyguard film sucks. Um, yeah. Uh, Films that I like: The Princess Bride, obviously best film of all time. Aliens, the second best film of all time, or the first best film, um, depending on the day. Filth, is that? No, I feel like the no. Or are you calling me filth for not liking The Big Lebowski or The Goonies? I don't think I've seen a film called Filth. No. No. It's a fucking banging film if you've not seen it. Smile 2. Fuck me. Smile was a fucking decent enough film. Uh, okay, I'll check it out. I will check it out. It's got James McAvoy. I mean, you're not selling it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's an X-Men film or some shit. Like, uh, yeah. Smile, decent enough film. Smile 2, banging. The next big film I'm excited about is Ready or Not, Here I Come. I don't know if you've seen Ready or Not. I think it's on Disney Plus. Samara Weaving horror film. It is fucking banging. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. It's like a horror comedy. It is banging. Like it's pretty violent, but yeah, it is sweet. I'll watch any film with Samara Weaving in. She's like the modern day scream queen. See, I've not seen American Horror Stories. I've only seen because obviously there's that's the short one, isn't it? Like the anthology, and I keep on meaning to watch it. But I watched the first season of American Horror Story when it first came out, and I thought it was brilliant. Then I didn't watch it again until was it Freak Show? I think it was called, and that was banging. Like I fucking loved it. I've not watched any of them since, but I really want to sort of get into it. So I have been thinking for a little while. Yeah, Freak Show was great with like the clown, but then like and the sort of like spoiled rich kid who was like the fucking douchebag, and yeah, that was great. And then like I just remember this like woman get it was horrible. Like I remember this like woman getting like they like drugged her in it. And then like they completely tattooed her face and like chiseled her teeth to make her look like a fucking like lizard or something. It was fucking horrible. Yeah, yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was great. That was great. Yeah. And it usually has like the same sort of cast, doesn't it? Like sort of in different roles and stuff. Not the same, but like a low. Because if you like that, actually, to be fair, MT, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was on Netflix. I think it was called Slasher, and that was fucking banging. Like that was really good. The first season was like each one's got like a different sort of like again, it's the same sort of cast but playing different people. Like the first one's like this guy called the Executioner. I think the second one's like in the wilderness or something. And oh yeah, it was great. Slasher, I think it was called. It was great. Need another piss. Got a lot of empty cans in here at the minute. So right at the minute that is going down as a potential. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a cracking night. I wasn't expecting to hear about like James McAvoy films, be criticised about being one of the few people in fucking Nottingham who can say Llanfair put Gwyngyth go Geraint Quinn Robinson serio go. But you know, I'll take a 9.8, even though that's definitely at least a 9.9 pronunciation of it. Um, you know, we've had some laughs, we've had some tears. Anything didn't. We've throbber. The word throbber, I can still see it on there. We've discussed the word throbber, how it's like the greatest sort of insult stroke compliment these days. I just need to make it another 5 minutes. I've not done a 2-hour video yet. So, yeah. Or maybe that can be a challenge for. Yeah, I've got pretty much half beer here. Man, that's some good drinking. Hey, love you too, Just Disco Beer Review, or as I call you, JDBR. And that is what I. That's not. I call you. Train Spotting Rowie. No one calls me Train Spotting Rowie. Or is that a film you recommended? I've seen Train Spotting, but not in maybe 30 years. It is. I'm not gonna lie, Neil, NA. It is way past my bedtime. I like to. Well, I've been in my pajamas since the moment I got home. But like, yeah, right now it's like what 1 a.m. Not even half 12. Half 12. This is late. Like this is late for me. I am normally in bed, master watching cartoons by now. Watching cartoons is what I said. Is what I'm normally doing in bed by now. So yeah, been yeah. So it's a good, all right video, this, isn't it? Right, just got a light there, isn't it? Light there, a little behind the scenes actually. I hate a BLT. Can't stand a BLT. It is it's a wanker's sandwich. It's a bacon butty that's got ideas above its station. It is. Oh, I hate BLTs so much. Like, it's mainly because I hate tomatoes. I can't stand tomatoes. Like, they are gross. Like ketchup, delicious. Sun-dried tomatoes, tolerable. Do you know what I mean? Tomatoes cooked in things like that, great. But a raw tomato, gross. See, ploughman's, not as a sandwich, but as a lunch. Yeah, I can live with it as a lunch, but I only really eat the unhealthy parts. Do you know what I mean? Like, and do you know when people are like, "Oh yeah, do you like it with the cheddar or Stilton?" It's like, well, no, both. And it's like, do you like sliced ham or a pork pie? And it's like, no, both. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so I eat all the good things like the Stilton, the cheddar, the ham, the pork pie. If there's a bit of pate there as well, always a bonus. So I eat them. Maybe a few of the pickles. I can live with that, and the bread. For ploughman sandwich, not had one because it wouldn't have all the things in that I like. Yeah. I like the smoked ham and cheese one. Great. Artichokes are good. I tell you what, I don't mind artichokes. I've got nothing bad to say about artichokes, to be fair. Um, Especially on a pizza, artichokes on a pizza. The good thing about artichokes as well, and this is an actual full-on fact, artichokes make you really, really flatulent. So, yeah. So artichokes, as well as being as well as being tasty, far too difficult to eat. To be fair, sorry to scratch my balls. Far too difficult to eat if you're eating one like normally. But they also make you fart like a fucking maniac afterwards. So that's why, true story. Actually, I was told this. That's why a lot of fine dining places don't have artichokes on the menu because they are that much of a farty vegetable. True story. Yeah, I like artichokes on a pizza. Artichoke on a pizza is always good. Are they roll mops? Those sort of things? No, I don't remember that. No, I wouldn't eat them. Wee plastic. It's up there. Like I said, that's why I kind of like them. So, and you can stick. They look like butt plugs as well. To be fair, like so, oh man. Well, we've done it. We've managed a 2-hour stream. Yeah. I just had a. Uh, I love Scottish people. They're just the fucking best. Like they're just the best. Ah, you wee bollocks. That was Irish, but Scottish people, it's like that, but like better. Like yeah, Scottish people, and we can all agree. MT will agree with this that Tenants is low key. Well, I said that, didn't I? I don't know how delayed this is. Um, that Tenants is a legit great beer. Like it's fucking so tasty. It is. I said I was going to stop chef's kissing, and I've chef kissed about 30 times. Yeah, Tenants is fucking. It's better than banging. It is fucking mint. I was in. Oh man, I was in Edinburgh. Like I don't know what the pub's called, right? And I know Scotland's big, so I'm not expecting you to just know what it's called. But I was in Edinburgh, and that you've got the Wee Vault there, Vault City's little place, and then the Hanging Bat is there, and in between there was this like huge pub, and apparently it's quite an iconic sort of like Edinburgh pub. It's quite an iconic Edinburgh pub, and they had really good pies, and I was in there with the fucking guy from one of the guys from Vault City and Tom from Neon, and we were just chugging pints of fucking Tenants one after another. Mate, it's fucking great. Absolutely fucking banging stuff. Where are we? Neil, I love you, but it sounds like a fucking wasted weekend, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like Holy Goat. There's never been such an amazing brewery that I love so much, and I'm so glad they exist, and love everyone involved with it in every single step of every single thing that they do. But have never made anything ever that I want to drink. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, they are fucking incredible. They're probably the best. They probably are the best Scottish brewery. But it's like everything they make is too grown up for me to drink. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm basic, son. Do you know what I mean? It's like I see everything they do, and I'm like I want to like it all so much. And it's like that. To be fair, they did. I might have got Orange Crush or something like that. They did a sour orange thing, and it was fucking out of this world. To be fair, it was quite low ABV. I think it was like maybe 4%, 3.8 to 4%. It was fucking outstanding. So to be fair, but yeah, they are like faux hammer as an imperial. I was by the stouts. To be fair, places that I think suck at sour beer. Sorry, places that are famous for their sour beer that I hate. Um, they always do great. Like Vault City, their imperial stouts are fucking like boosh, like fucking 11 out of 10 every single fucking time. But then, and the same with Holy Goat did a chocolate orange collaboration with Sinister recently, I believe. Mm, I want a pint of fucking Tenants now. Mm, well, mm, sounds right. Well, first of all, like Neil, you have classier regulars than I am. because you're in Birmingham, aren't you? Like sort of like a city with like no bin men. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. And that's not having to go at you. Obviously, that's not having to go at you. But I just kind of think like, do you know, like if your bin men go on strike, it's like, well, pay them. It's like they're the bin men. It's like there's rubbish everywhere. Like the plague. Oh, I'm too drunk. Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. When a Scottish person is saying, uh, I'm not very good at I'll try my Scottish accent. Uh, have you ever tried talking with a Scottish there we go. Just pay them for fuck's sake. That's it. That's my Scottish accent. Just give them the money. There we go. I've got my Scottish accent nailed down now. You, if they're all on strike, you simply pay them, and then you go and have you couldn't be more right. Um, my name is the Loch Ness Monster. What's your name? Why do you need to know my name? Well, if I knew your name, then I knew where you could from. Ah, my name is the Loch Ness Monster. Could you tell me what I should be going? That's actually my favorite moment in the entire show. Honest good. That and the story about the 36 Levi's. Would you like me to wrap it, them? So that is like just fucking like I've told you what I wanted. The names are shown. I seem to be lost. You know where I'm going? Oh wait, the Loch Ness monster. Ah, well there we go. You. How can my Welsh is my accent, not the one I'm doing now. That's the fake one I put on when I live in England for the vast majority of my life, so I don't get bullied. Because Chris Lock might walk in at any point and kick my ass, and call me gay balls, and like, hit me. He never did that. He was a good lad. Chris Lock was a good lad. It was his first name from school. I picked up. Um, but yeah. But anyway, this has been absolutely banging. I am bursting for a piss. Again, and I have got to be up on my. Not even that. Anyway, I'm going. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I love every single one of you. And I'll see you later. I'm going to go and be Scottish somewhere else now. So I'm going to do that thing now where I say bye too many. And Scottish widows. In a bit. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, big love. In a bit. Yeah. Yeah.